Sure to do to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Losing 7-0 to Arkansas in the second quarter.
I saw you eyeing that.
we all were.
Video games are video games, so
Yeah.
I always got to make sure that doesn't happen.
What have you and Austin done in the offseason to make sure the offense is going to be clicking a little better than that?
Yeah, well, that's actually TJ's defensive side of the ball that let that
That's
touchdown
true.
up. Yeah, but no, Austin's looking really good. Our team is looking fantastic. We have a really talented receiver room that we're just excited to see this fall.
Do you think that it'll be different this year? Last year, there were so many veteran players, and there was such an expectation of, playoff or bust or whatever with that team. And I feel like y'all are maybe flying under the radar a little bit more. And sometimes that's a good place to be. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it's almost like you kind of said. Sometimes when there's so much pressure, I guess you would say, or expectations, sometimes a lot of people don't perform to the standards. But it's almost like when no one talks about you, there's no expectations or disappointment. So I just feel like it's good for us to just focus on what we have in-house and just continue to go 1-0.
Do you know who the receivers are going to be week one? Not asking you to tell us, but I'm just curious how long that process even takes to figure out. Do you have a pretty good idea of?
I just know that the receiver room we have is very talented, top down. I mean, I feel like there's no drop off between Deshaun's dribbling, to Trey Wallace, Deuce Alexander, Caleb Odom, T-Ray. I mean, I feel like anybody can go out there and play and we can trust them fully. So,
How nice is it to have a deep wide receiver room, knowing that if it may not be your day, that you have guys got behind you that will be able to carry the load?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, like, you need receivers to play around you. I mean, if it's just myself out there and defenses start bracketing me, then there's nowhere else to go with the ball. But when you have very talented guys outside of you, it makes it hard for defenses.
One of the things that stuck out the most about you, even as a freshman, your first year at Ole Miss, was how much you hustled. How you were always spotting the ball, getting to the line of scrimmage, and you were just very intense, making sure you were at the right place at the right time. How do you think that's carried into you becoming a leader on this offense?
Yeah, I just remember when Coach Kiffin was recruiting me, he was like, "Hey, we're going to spot the ball. You're going to do this. You're going to do that." And I feel like I take coaching really well. So if you tell me to do something, I'm almost going to overemphasize it. So I just feel like that's just kind of helped me grow into the leadership role that I'm in right now. Just trying to be more vocal.
Can you talk about your wide receivers coach, Coach McDonald, and just kind of how he relates with y'all?
Coach McDonald, he is a great receiver coach. I mean, he's always just knowing how to relate to us off the field, which I feel like is very important. To be able to have those deep bonds and be able to learn how to coach us. And we're all different people. Somebody may take coaching different than how I take coaching, but Coach McDonald has definitely figured out a good way and a good coaching style that we like.
You guys come back to Georgia this year. Obviously, you were in that game a couple of years ago, but like, what's that game, I guess, going to mean like for you? Probably starting that game and like being around a lot of people that you've known growing up.
Yeah, just coming back to the home state is always one of those games that you've always got to like peek at on the calendar. You want to be locked in for that game, but I trust the guys that we have around us, and I know we'll be locked in and ready for every game that we have this season.
I've asked Austin this, I've asked Lane this, I'm asking you this now. People got to know Jackson Dart very well over the last 3 years. I'm sure you still keep up with him. But Austin is quieter, and I know he's made it clear that he wants to kind of lead by example and let his action on the field do the speaking. But what is something that, ahead of the fall, that people need to know about Austin Simmons, both on and off the field?
That when he needs to talk and when he needs to be that leader, that vocal leader, he is absolutely that guy. I know a lot of people, like you said, think him as the quieter, doesn't talk, leads by example type of guy. But when he needs to get the job done, when he needs to like get in your face, he can do that too.
I have a quick question. Last year, I don't think I've talked to you since the bowl game, but so many players participated in that bowl game when people all over the country were opting out.
Yeah.
Can you kind of speak to that? And is that just the culture that y'all have developed? And do you envision this team being similar?
I just feel like that has to do with the character of people that we bring in. We don't just try to recruit the best talents. I mean, yeah, that goes into it, but you also want good people in the locker room, people that are not going to have or create locker room cancers, which I feel like was a big reflection of why a lot of people played in that game last year.
How much of a role do you guys, the players, have in who comes in through the transfer portal or even the high school recruiting process?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Kiffin says it all the time, we're a player-led team. He wants a lot of feedback. If we feel like a guy maybe we don't think fits in, he's probably not going to look at that guy. But we just want the best character people, we want the best talent, and we just try to find a mix in between that.
How often do y'all intercede?
Say it again?
How often do y'all intercede in those conversations?
A lot. You know, we if we want somebody, we'll go after them hard.
You've been used a lot of motion and zone beating concepts. How has your understanding of defensive schemes evolved in your time at college?
It's really developed a lot, but it really just starts in practice going against Pete Golden every day. You know, he schemes it up every day for us, so it's always just something new to look at and something new to go against. It's always a challenge. So I just feel like that's how my knowledge has improved.
Can you just talk about like your passion for the game? I feel like a few times last year, whether you were playing through injury or like, you know, standing up for yourself on the field a couple of times, like just what's that like for you?
Yeah, to me, winning is everything. I mean, to me, it's like it really doesn't matter if I have to catch 10 balls or 1 ball. Like, I want to win. Like, I don't want to just go to a team or be on a team that's not winning. So I feel like that kind of just pulls that passion and that fire outside of me. And if I feel like we can be doing better than we should, I'm going to let you know. And yeah, that's where that comes from.
You know, a lot of the recruits that we talk to talk about, again, every one of them, just almost to a man, talks about it felt like a family there. It felt like a family there. What do you attribute that to?
I think it just has to be just the coaches that we have. I mean, we do a lot of things that I feel like a lot of other programs don't do. I've said it a couple times today, but like just at practice, we'll have like Lane Kiffin like listening to Taylor Swift, and we'll have like a lot of the coaches' kids running around the practice facility, and we'll have Juice knocking cones and messing drills up. So I just feel like it kind of creates like a loose environment, but at the same time, it's also like very serious. I just feel like that just creates a good feel, a good family. Like it feels kind of homish, you know.
Speaking of family environments, Austin said he's taking his offensive line out to dinner tomorrow night. You going to try to find a way to get in on that?
Now that you told me that, I will definitely be there. I will definitely be there.
Grill house, by the way.
So,
Oof,
yeah,
that's a
sneak
bit- that's a
in.
good
Yeah,
one.
sneak in.
What
Yes, I
legacy do you hope to leave behind at Ole Miss?
I just want to be known for my consistency. You know, being the same guy day in and day out. When you know me, when you see me, you know what you're gonna get, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job up until this point. So I'm just gonna continue to do that.
Those y'all's like backpacks?
Yeah.
Those are insane.
Yeah, I know they're pretty nice. We just got them as a gift over there, and you can customize it and put anything you want on the backpack. Like once you connect it to your phone.
You gotta be kind of bold to wear that around campus. So I don't know if is that a campus bag or?
I might put your face on there. You never know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're not trying to scare people away, are you?
Yeah. On Halloween maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it catches my eye on your backpack.
Yeah.
I know you wore 83 your freshman year. Was there a
Mhm.
reason you changed your number? Anything
Well,
like that?
19 was always my number in high school,
Okay.
but D Wade had it when I came in, and I knew
That's
I was
right.
going to get it my sophomore year.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting for it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys
Dave.